hateful,
ignorance,
childish,
disgust,
angry, malicious,
traumatic,
doubt,
anger,
scared,
mad, selfishness, petty,
failure,
disappointed,
discouraging,
fear.
When I think of bullying, I think of the oppression of people's individuality. By bullying another individual, you are taking away their ability to discover and define themselves. And by bullying another person, you now shoulder the burden for their personal deficiencies, and that can lead them to lash out on others themselves.
When I was in the 3rd grade, I thought that I was gay, cause I could draw. My uncle was, and I kept my room straight. I told my mom, tears rushing down my face. She's like, Ben, you've loved girls since before pre-K. Tripping. Yeah, I guess she had a point, didn't she? Bunch of stereotypes all in my head. I remember doing the math, like, yeah, I'm good at Little League. A preconceived idea of what it all meant. But those that like the same sex had the characteristics. The right-wing conservatives think it's a decision, and you can be cured with some treatment in religion. Man-made rewiring of a predisposition, playing God. Oh nah, here we go. America the brave still fears what we don't know. And God loves all his children. It's somehow forgotten, but we paraphrase a book written 3,500 years ago. I don't know.
and I can't change. Even if I tried, even if I wanted to, and I can't change. Even if I tried.
Probably mostly from elementary school to middle school was the worst time periods that I really had to deal with bullying.
When I came to this country, I was like 8 years old. They used to spit my face, call me rice and bean, pull my hair, and call me all types of names.
And she ran over to me and just punched me in the face, and I started bleeding everywhere. She ran to the teacher and she said it was an accident.
I would go home crying, and I would have nightmares about it, and I wouldn't tell my mom.
You think that it doesn't happen once you reach into adulthood, but it does. And one of my last jobs, I was actually bullied by a coworker.
That still goes on every day, and I see it, and it's horrible. Because kids, they kill themselves behind that bullying.
The unfortunate part about it is kids don't really know how to articulate how they feel. Like right now, I'm telling you in great detail how my childhood was, but back then, as a little kid, you don't know how to tell a story. You don't know how to say that I'm being jumped after school every day. Adults don't take it seriously because they have so much stuff going on.
If I was gay, I would think hip-hop hates me. Have you read the YouTube comments lately? Man, that's gay gets dropped on the daily. We become so numb to what we're saying. A culture founded from oppression, yet we don't have acceptance for them. Call each other faggots behind the keys of a message board. A word rooted in hate, yet our genre still ignores it. Gay is synonymous with the lesser. It's the same hate that's caused wars from religion, gender to skin color, the complexion of your pigment. The same fight that led people to walkouts and sit-ins. It's human rights for everybody. There is no difference. Live on and be yourself. When I was at church, they taught me something else. If you preach hate at the service, those words aren't anointed. That holy water that you soak in has been poisoned when everyone else is more comfortable remaining voiceless rather than fighting for humans that have had their rights stolen. I might not be the same, but that's not important. No freedom till we're equal. Damn right I support it.
Well, there was a rumor going around in school about me saying something bad about these girls. And one day in school they approached me about it. And you know, I felt like, you know, intimidated because it was out of random. And so after that, I went home and I told my parents about it, and they all agreed that I should be put in Taekwondo. It made me feel better about myself.
When I was younger, I was originally from New York, moved over to Puerto Rico, speaking English, Spanish. Didn't know what I was just yet, so I was a little bit outsider. So for the most part, yeah, I got picked on just for being outside. you get to a point that you decide enough is enough, and then that's when you say you're not going to take anymore, and you stand up. And once you stand up, people start to notice, and people treat you how you treat yourself.
I try to tell myself that nothing's wrong with me and I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be. So I try to like tell myself like there's nothing wrong with you. You're not like different.
Express yourself in some way, vent. Get it out. If you write music, if you sing, if you dance, get it out of your system, because too many of those feelings, to harbor them for so long, is poisonous.
Taking action by being the change that you want to see. If you're reaching out to those you see are bullied, being kind to everybody, not doing the things that a bully would do.
It's all about practicing what you preach. If you're about something, you live it, you breathe it, you do it. And my mother always taught me that actions speak louder than words.
I believe that change is doing. I believe we should be confronting issues that we know are around. You know kids get bullied in school, so do something about it.
We all need to just be the change. We all need to just love each other and just embrace each other and support each other. That way, the bullies of the world won't have a voice, because we will all be united.
She keeps me warm. She keeps me warm. She keeps me warm.
We press play, don't press pause. Progress march on, with the veil over our eyes. We turn our back on the cause, till the day that my uncles can be united by law. When kids aren't walking around the hallway, plagued by pain in their heart. A world so hateful, some would rather die than be who they are. And a certificate on paper isn't gonna solve it all, but it's a damn good place to start. No law is gonna change us, we have to change us. Whatever God you believe in, we come from the same one. Strip away the fear, underneath it's all the same love. About time that we raised up.
I can't change. Even if I tried, even if I wanted to, and I can't change. Even if I tried, even if I wanted to. My love, she keeps me warm. She keeps me warm. She keeps me warm.